What's up with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, and as always, otakus and Nikikomoris, and of course, people with mayonnaise. This Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Manny Wolverine. And of course, you guys in wrestling interest and interest towards your channel. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, links down below. And I know this has been a couple days since this came out. I think it was like Tuesday, Wednesday. It's already Saturday by the time I'm doing this. And I did have like other extra news I was going to talk about, like some Fallout Bethesda drama news shit that's been going on. That and some brand new updates for like our new like 15 20 million units that Nintendo sold this October. Pretty fucking huge. I think there's some more rumors about some other thing of how like Nvidia Shield and something else is going to be connected with Nintendo Switch Pro in the future, another 4, 3, 5 years from now, whenever the next Nintendo system comes out after the Switch has its fun in the sun. Let's just say it like that. Before it unfortunately, passes out and it dies, and then the next new console takes that spot over like it usually does every 6, 7, 8 years. Anyways, this one was some really good news. Very nostalgic to me as a 90s kid, even though they were 80s teenagers. Which are probably like 45, 50 now. But it's all good. I'm in my early 30s already. I've been in my 30s almost a year already. By the time January next year comes, it'll be a year. And other than that, yeah, I'm still a kid at heart no matter what. I don't care. So I got some Sony PS5 controller news. And actually, no, some I think there were like leaked copies, things that they were trying to copy off of Google Stadia, and some Breath of the Wild shit, which I'll leave a link to the video here if you want to check this shit out yourselves. It's really, really beautiful. So like I watched a little bit of the video, but overall it looks extremely sexy as heck, man. Imagine seeing Zelda's butt, because I know back in 2016-17 when the Switch came out, a lot of people are like doing these memes about, oh, Zelda's got a big cute ass. Her ass is so big. Like, it is very, very nice. Oh yeah, very beautiful. I like looking at girls. I do like girls' breasts, and their bust size looks nice too, but when it comes to their butt, I'm more of an ass man, to be honest, especially when it comes to anime. Anyways, let's get into the real news. So it says, who needs a Game Boy Classic Edition when you got the Analog Pocket? This comes from Damien McFerrin from Nintendo Life. I don't know if I'm going to read the whole Sony news. I'll probably just read a little bit because I got to be really quick on this one because first time in a year, I'm actually going to be going like bowling and shit, which is pretty wild. And I'm going to see that Zombieland 2 movie. I really want to see that motherfucker like really bad. So there's that. And that's my future chat and breeze I'm going to be doing tomorrow. But anyways, here we go. Hardware specialist Analog is famous for its references. Quality clones of retro system has already made a name for itself. Products like the Super NT and the Mega SG, both of which happen to be FPGA technologies, replicate the performance of classic systems on a hardware level. The company today has revealed its next project and even more ambitious in scope, the Analog Pocket. As the name suggests, is a portable FPGA. I still don't know what FPGA means. I don't know if it's like a Game Boy Color clones. Because I know when I was a 90s kid, those things in the Game Boy Advance were selling like hotcakes. Even now with Nintendo 2DS and 3DS XL, even if it's about to die, since Nintendo Switch Lite came out like 2 months ago, hey, I still feel like it'll still be a classic anyway. So let's keep it moving. So it says, system was compatible by the entire Game Boy library. That's over 2,700 Game Boys, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance titles. Boasting a pin sharp of 3.5 inches, 1,600, 1,400 pixels, LTSB LCD displays, which Analog is calling the most advanced seen on any other gaming system. The Analog Pocket will make those vintage games look incredible. It also comes with its own built-in sequencer and synthesizer called the Nano Loop, which includes a second FPGA chip, which is aimed at developers to port their own cores to the system. Wow, okay, that sounds pretty cool. Elsewhere, there's a rechargeable battery with a USB charger, headphone pocket socket, speakers, microSD card slots, and original Game Boy style link cable ports. They're going real old school with this, and I'm loving this company. Whoever made this, you know what? Bravo to you. I really want to get this shit next year. It looks really nice as hell, man. I don't know if it's like the one where you got to use the crank thing. I know I talked about that in August a couple months ago. If it's anything like that, it's going to kind of suck if it's just like a 16, 8-bit thing, even though I get the old school retro nostalgia feel to it, but kids nowadays, they're probably not going to like it as much compared to kids like being when we were growing up in the 90s and maybe even early 2000s, you know? But let's keep it moving. Unless they have a liking to that and they respect the classics besides fucking, playing Call of Duty or Halo, Fortnite, or Gears of War all day. And I ain't got no problem with that, just never was really into games like those. Except maybe COD. I was into COD for a little bit. Not that much, though. So, let's keep it moving. It's everything you wanted from a mythical Game Boy Classic Edition and then some. Because the Analog Pocket isn't just limited to Game Boy titles. Using special adapters, you will also need to play Atari. You'll be able to play Atari Lynx, Sega Game Gear, SNK, Neo Geo Pocket Colors titles onto the Time Machine. Or excuse me, onto the machine, not Time Machine. I don't know why I said Time Machine for. I was watching too much Back to the Future yesterday, so that's probably what it was. Anyways, hopefully I can still keep reading this bitch. I hope it doesn't get stuck like yesterday, because that sucked. Finally, a special dock will also be available, which allows you to output your games to a TV and a charger on the console processor. In this mode, you'll be able to use Bluetooth or wire controls for input. It says, quote, I guess this is the company I said it, Analog Pocket is the conclusion to all retro portable video game history. Analog's Christopher Tabor, shout out to Christopher Tabor, you are a literal scholar and a genius for making this shit up. You are amazing. Absolute nothing but respect for this man. He is definitely an old school gamer, that's for sure, and I'm glad he made this little invention there. We're more excited about any other pocket than any other product we have made in the Analog's nearly 10-year history. So this isn't the first time they make little customized Game Boy Color systems. Okay. So they've done this before. Alright, that's cool. And this is the only announcement. This is the only announcement number 1. We are just getting started. The Analog Pocket launches in 2020 and will cost, whoa. Okay, $200, you know what? At $200, I'm totally okay with that. It's a lot better than spending $600-800 on a system, which is a lot cheaper. Even though it's a little bit pricey for me, I'm willing to spend $200 on a thing. The pricing dock and cartridge adapters are yet to be revealed. Okay, so still need to remember about the charger adapters and then the docks and all that. So overall thoughts, views, and opinions. This is really, really cool. I like this. Greatest idea they ever put up with. I'm glad they've been doing this for 10 years, so they definitely got a lot of experience and a lot of company backup. And I guess Nintendo, maybe they might be supporting this shit. So, hey, good on them. I'm very, very happy about this shit happening. Now let's get into this little bit of news. Hopefully this works well. This came from MSN out of all places. I don't really read from MSN at all. It's from Microsoft, so who knows. So it says PS5 controller could copy a key Google Stadia feature. It's from about a couple days ago. It comes from VicHood. Got a credit is due. Sony has recently spilled more details on the upcoming PS5, including information for release windows for the PS5 controller, but it seems that the company has a few more tricks up its sleeves. According to a patent by the World Intellectual Property Organization in September, I guess maybe WIPO, I think that's how you say it in short, September, are filed by a backup in May, and Sony is developing a control device for interactively with any server of a cloud gaming system. And I know I say this a lot, it sucks, cloud gaming is going to be the future or whatever, but that's the thing. A lot of old school people that grew up with like physical collection shit like I did, it's going to suck, but it's got to put up with in the future. Another 5-10 years from now, a lot of physical shit's going to be gone. So it's going to be virtual or digital stuff as far as gaming goes. As everything else in technology is probably going to be even crazier. Let's keep it moving. In other words, a cloud gaming controller that works like a normal gamepad but has benefits of connecting directly to the Wi-Fi, improving input efficiencies, and potentially unlocking next level function. Google Stadia, release date, pricing, gaming, PS5, all the games confirmed and expected to be on the PS5. That's officially what is confirmed. I already know that. PlayStation 5 is going to be called PS5. I'm not really surprised about that. Xbox Project Scarlet release date, specs, games confirmed to the Xbox 2. I guess it comes from the people themselves. They said the controller device communication directly to an access device for connection to a network that connects and controls devices without connecting to a client's devices, the patent says. Whereas as the server receives the processes and inputs the games in the video that transmits over the network and rendering to display that is local to the control device. PS Now or the PS5. Alright, I said I was only going to read a little bit of this, so links to the description box down below if you want to read that. Why do you think Sony PlayStation 5 is going to be copying off of Google Stadia? I don't really give a shit if it does. Google, I really don't give a crap of. I mean, the only time I ever use it is if I got to use thumbnails and that's it. Or if I'm trying to find a place to go for, I don't know, if I want to look for a new restaurant to eat at. And that's the only 2 times I ever use it. Other than that, I really don't care for it. There's another place called DuckDuckGo. It's a lot more better compared to Google. And I know track down everything you look at either. That's what I love a lot better than Google. Sony, you keep doing your thing. I love the crap out of your systems. Some of your games are cool. Others, I don't really have that much of an interest in, but everybody's a critic and to each his own. So, real quick news here. Zelda Breath of the Wild will be playable in full VR. I don't know who this came from, but shout out to the person who made it. So it says, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be fully playable on PC thanks to the Cemu Wii U emulator, which also allows games to run at a high resolution of 60 FPS. Thanks to more effort from the community, the game will soon be fully playable in VR. Zelda Breath of the Wild will be playable fully in VR. That can be seen in a new video by BSOD Gaming. The project is still ongoing, but the video shows everything. It seems to be working properly already. So I don't know if that was the full article. If it wasn't, I'll leave the link to this in the description box below. One thing I could say about this, oh yeah, that's it. Comes from Francisco de Mayos. Shout out to him or her, whoever it was. I'm not gonna lie, I did watch some of the video. That shit looks really amazing as hell in VR. It looks freaking beautiful, man. Literally one of the greatest things they've ever done with that game. Even though I don't think it's officially licensed from Nintendo, so hopefully Nintendo doesn't decide, oh, we're gonna shut this person down because they had a better idea and invention of what Nintendo did back in, I think it was 2014 or 15 when this came out, when the Wii U was still around at that time. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, like I said before, if Minda was in this game, it'd be a lot better. Because I'm not gonna lie, I always thought Minda was a lot more, as far as waifu girls in Legend of Zelda. Her and the other chick that was the sword, I forget her names. P or Pi? I know she's the girl that looks like that blue emerald sword. I know she was from she was in the Legend of Zelda. Oh, I forgot what that name was. Skyward Sword game. I never got to play that one, but I did watch a lot of Let's Plays for it. And her and Minda are always the two hottest waifu chicks ever in that fucking game. And Zelda, yeah, I guess you could say, yeah, she's alright. I think the only version I ever liked from her is like the GameCube version for Smash Bros. Melee at that time. And then I liked her other version a lot too. Like the newer one they put her for the Switch. The Skyward Sword Zelda, I'm not gonna lie. That one's really, really hot. That's probably like the hottest version of Zelda ever, in my opinion. Even though she's a younger girl and shit, I didn't care. I like the biggest crush in her all time. I did rent the game once, but I never got to play it all the way. I only played a little bit of it. And this one, she's okay too. I know there's a lot of old school memes like from 2 years ago. Oh, got the biggest booty ever. She's really thick, Zelda. And you know, yeah, they did give her a way more bigger butt than normal. And this is the thing. I'm not really crazy about Zelda. I don't know. I just never really saw her as like the hottest Nintendo chick ever. That probably would have been a tie with Daisy and the other chick from the Metroid series, Samus. Those two are probably like the best looking Nintendo chicks ever, but not here to talk about that. Yeah, so links to the description box down below if you want to see this whole video here as well. They go a really, really good run through on this. I mean, I'm not sure if you could see it, but man, the overworld they did for this game, man, for this VR version of it, looks freaking amazing as hell. Just like it did when Nintendo released it, and I can't wait for Breath of the Wild too. That shit is going to be insane. Whenever it comes out, I'm hyped for it. And yeah, that's it. That pretty much wraps up the video. Links to the description box down below, and links to the description box down below to the video, and I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, and as always, otakus, Nikki, Komodos, I will see when I see you guys. Good day, have a good night, wherever you are in the universe out there. Stay tuned for more future content channel, including video gaming industry news, anime manga news, internet news, and that wraps up the video. Peace out, and I'll lay sauerkraut. Ladies and goodbye. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.